Om Shanti, 6th August 2024, Sakar Murli. Essence: Sweet children, stop performing sinful acts because you now have to begin the era when no sinful acts are performed. Question: In which way should every Brahmin child definitely follow the father? Answer: just as the father himself becomes the teacher and teaches you, so each one of you has to become a teacher like the father. You have to teach others whatever you learn. You are teachers, children of the teacher, also Sadgurus, children of the Sadguru. You have to establish the land of truth. You are sitting in the boat of truth. Your boat may rock, but it cannot sink. Om Shanti. The spiritual father sits here and has a heart to heart conversation with your children. He talks to you spirits because this is new knowledge. The knowledge is new. It is a study to change from human beings into deities. Who is teaching you this? Your children know that it is the spiritual father who is teaching your children through Brahma. You should not forget this. He is the father, then he teaches you, and so he is also the teacher. You also know that you are studying for the new world. You should have faith in every aspect. It is only the Father who teaches you for the new world. The main thing is the Father. Father is giving these teachings through Brahma. Could give them to someone. It is also remembered God teaches Rajyoga through Brahma. He establishes the original eternal deity religion through Brahma. That deity religion doesn't exist now. It is in the Iron Age now. So, this proves that heaven is being established. There are only of the deity religion in heaven. There won't be this many religions. That is, destruction will take place because there are no other religions in the golden age. These things are in the intellects of. There are now innumerable religions. Father is now making you into deities from human beings because it is now the confluence age. This is something that is very easy to explain. They too establish Brahma, the picture of the Trimurti, of what would definitely be the establishment of the new world, cannot be the establishment of the world. You children have the faith that only deities with divine virtue reside in the new world. You also have to imbibe divine virtues while living at home with families. First of all, we have to conquer lust and viceless. Yesterday, we would go in front of the images of these deities and say, "You are completely viceless, whereas we are vicious." We would feel ourselves to be vicious because we used to indulge. Now says, you have to become as viceless as they are. Also have to imbibe divine virtue. You have the vices of lust and anger, etc. You cannot be said to have divine virtues. Five vices do not exist there. This is the world of Ravan. Ravan takes birth at the confluence of the silver and copper ages, just as there is the confluence of the world and world. So that too is the confluence of ages. There is now a lot of sorrow, many illnesses in the kingdom of Ravan. This is called the kingdom of Ravan. They burn Ravan every year. While going onto the path of sin, they become vicious. You now have to become viceless. Is here that you have to imbibe divine virtue. Everyone receives the fruit of their actions. Your children should not commit any sin now. One is the king who is the conqueror of sinful actions, that is Vikarmaji, and the other is the king who performs sinful actions, Vikram. This is the era of sinful actions, that is period of Ravan, this one. Neither does anyone understand this, does any duration of the cycle. In fact, deities are conquerors of sinful actions. In 5,000 years, there are 2,500 years of Ram and 2,500 years of King Karmanjit. Although these people say that half of each cycle is of King Vikram, they don't understand anything. Say that the period of King Vikarmajit begins with the year 1. Then, after 2005 years, the period of King Vikram begins. The period of King Vikram is now to end, and you are now becoming emperors and empresses, and will be the conquerors of sinful actions. When you have become those, the period of King Vikarmajit will begin. Only you know these things. They ask you, why have you made Brahma sit here? Oh, but why are you bothered about that? It is not this one who is teaching you. We are studying with Shiv Baba. This one too is studying with that one. The one who is teaching us ocean of knowledge. He is without an image. He doesn't have an image. That is, he doesn't have a body. It's called the incorporeal one. All incorporeal souls reside there. They then come down here, corporeal. Everyone remembers the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. He is the Father of souls. Physical Father could not be called the Supreme. This is something to understand. School students pay attention to their studies. When someone has become a barrister, etc., and his status, his study ends. Isn't that still continue to study after becoming a barrister? No, his study then ends. You too don't need to study after become deity. The kingdom of deities continues for 2005. Only you children know these things. You then have to explain to others. You should also be concerned about how you are. You don't teach others. All are teachers. If you are children of the teacher, all of you have to be teachers. So, how many teachers are needed to teach this? Just as the father is the teacher, Sadguru, similarly, our teachers. You are also Sadgurus, children of the Sadguru. Those people are not Sadgurus. They are Gurus, children of Guru. Sat means the truth. Bharat used to be called the land of truth, land of falsehood. Baba alone established the land of truth. He is the true Sai Baba. When the real Father comes, false ones also emerges. It is remembered, storms will come and the boat will rock, but it will not sink. It is explained to you, children, that many storms of Maya will come. You must not be afraid of them. Sannyasis never say to you, storms of Maya will come. They don't know where they will take the boat across to. You children know that you cannot earn salvation by performing devotion. People continue to come down even though they say that God comes and gives them the fruit of their devotion. Devotion definitely has to be performed. Acha, what fruit of devotion does God come and would surely grant salvation. People say this, but they don't know when or how he would grant it. If you ask anyone, they would say that it has continued eternally, that it has continued from time immemorial. When did they begin to burn an effigy of Ravan? They would say, from the beginning of time. When you explain to them, they say that your knowledge is new. Those who understood this in the previous cycle will quickly understand it. Leave aside Brahma. The birth of Shiva does take place. They refer to this as Shivratri, night of Shiva. The father explains, my birth is divine, unique. I do not take birth like ordinary human beings because they all take birth through the womb. They become bodily beings. I do not enter a womb. No one except the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, the ocean of knowledge can give this knowledge. No human being can be called the ocean of knowledge. This praise belongs to only the incorporeal one. Corporeal Father teaches and explains to you souls. You children have become body conscious by seeing your paths, Ravan. This knowledge that is soul that does everything is forgotten. These are the organs. I must, and if I want, I can make these organs work or not. In the incorporeal world, souls remain seated there without bodies. You now know your home. Those people consider the home God. They are those whose knowledge is of the Brahma element and other element. They say, we will merge into the Brahma element. If they say that we will reside in the Brahma, God would then be separate. But they consider the Brahma element to be God. This is also fixed in the drama. They even forget the Father. Do not remember the Father makes you into the masters of the because he is the one who creates heaven. You are now most auspicious Brahmins. You are now becoming the most elevated human being. The lowest human being down in the highest beings. They go to the temples of the deities and sing so much praise. You now know that they are becoming deities once again. This is a very simple thing. The variety form image has been explained to you. There is also the variety cycle. Those people simply remember Brahmins, deities, and there are the images of Lakshmi, Narayana. The Father comes and corrects everyone. He is also correcting you because whatever you have been doing on devotion for birth after birth was wrong. That's why, no Pradhan, and right here world, there is nothing but sorrow here because it is the kingdom of Ravan. All are vicious. The kingdom of Ravan is unrighteous, whereas the kingdom of Rama is. This is the Iron Age, and that is the Golden Age. This is something that has to be understood. Have you ever seen that one taking any scriptures? He has given you his own knowledge and has also given you the explanation. Those who study the scriptures and give them to others have the scriptures in their intellect. So, the bestower of happiness to all is the one Shiv Baba. He alone is the highest on high Father. He is called the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. Unlimited Father definitely gives you the unlimited in. You became residents of heaven 5 years ago, and you are now of hell. Kingdom of Ravan too. There are emperors and kings. Those are very wealthy and the others are less wealthy. They cannot be called those of the Sun dynasty or Moon dynasty. Amongst them, the wealthy ones receive the title of emperor. Those who are less wealthy receive the title of king. It is now the of people over people. There is no lord or master. It's used to consider their king, provide store of food, but that too has now disappeared. Now look at the condition of people. So much fighting and quarreling, etc. You now all of this knowledge from the beginning to the end in your intellect. The Father, the Creator, is now here in a practical way. There will then be a story made of this path of devotion. You too are now here in a practical way. You will rule for half a cycle and will later just become a story. Images of you still remain. Ask anyone when those ones ruled and reply that it was thousands of years ago. Sannyasis belong to the path of isolation. You belong to the pure household ashram. You have to the impure household ashrams. No one knows about the happiness of heaven. Those on the path of isolation cannot teach anything about the family path. Previously, they used to reside in the forest at that power. Food used to be taken to them in the forests. Now, don't have any power left. Similarly, you had the power to be there, but where is that power now? Same one, are you not? You no longer have that power. The original religion of the people of Bharat does not exist now. There is now a religion. Father says, I come out, establish religion and destroy irreligion. I take those who have become irreligious into religion. All the rest will be destroyed. Nevertheless, the Father explains to you children, give everyone the Father's introduction. Father alone is called the remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness. It is only when you become very unhappy that the Father then comes and makes you happy. This play is eternally predestined. Cha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, good morning, from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to spiritual children. The spiritual children say Namaste, the spiritual father. Dharna, in order to become most elevated beings at this most auspicious confluence age, make effort to become soul conscious. I found the true Father and so and true and righteous. Second, do not be afraid of the storms of Maya. Constantly remember that the boat of truth will rock, sink. Become Sadgurus, children of the Sadguru. Take everyone's vote. Blessing. May you be a soul who expects facility, become victorious over them by making the spiritual endeavor of having easy yoga. Mission. While having all facilities, experiment with them. Do not let your stage of yoga fluctuate. Be yogi and to experiment is called being detached. While being an instrument and everything, free yourself any attraction, anything, experiment. Have any desires? Those desires will not let you become good and time will start making effort. At that time, even though you will try to maintain your spiritual here, facilities will attract you. Therefore, your soul who experiments and by making the spiritual behavior of doing easy yoga, victorious over the facilities, that is over matter. Slogan: to remain content and make everyone content is to be a jewel of contentment. Cha, Om, Shanti.